Hello, my friends. Today's date is January the 26th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birthday or if this is an anniversary or a special occasion date. But primarily, this is a birthday reading for those born on this date, January the 26th. It's a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, something that might sustain through the year or something that might chop it up and break it up and make you look at it in this year. Then a particular challenge you face this year, and then an action to take to stay in balance, and then an outcome or synopsis card. So this is the general energy card for the year, the Bardo. And what does the Bardo reflect upon? Well, most cultures, most belief systems believe that there is a liminal space between us being in physical form and us being the scattered matter of the universe, whether you want to call that heaven or whether you want to call that enlightenment and super consciousness, or whatever your tag for that highest up, joined cosmically kind of level. That middle level is the place where we can find, if we can rise to it, we can find our guides, we can find our guidance, we can find our protectors, we can find our ancestors, we can ask openly our questions and receive the answers that are fitting for us in the moment from the highest consciousness that there is. And the Bardo is that liminal place where if we go out of our bodies in meditations, if we go out of our bodies on a trance-drum journey, if we step out of our bodies into a dream or into some kind of visioning, we often go to the Bardo. We go to that level that says, "Oh, this is more alive and more aware than my state is on the physical level." So whatever you can take this year to get to that Bardo space, to ask your highest level questions and seek your highest level information, to connect with your ancestors, to connect with your soul spirits, to connect with the animals and the creatures that might have something to say to you, to connect with your guides, to connect with your highest guide, whoever, whatever that highest guide is in your practice. Ask them for help, ask to see them, ask to talk to them, ask to go to them, ask to meet to them, ask for the highest and most sacred wisdom that you can gain from them for the benefit of you, but for the benefit of humanity, so we all grow and we all become more enlightened with your own personal enlightenment. And that's all we can ever do, is each of us become more enlightened on our own path and keep giving and sharing that light with others so other people can be transformed as well. You follow suit, see what you say, feel against your actions, and then you become a guide yourself. You become a witness yourself. You become a teacher yourself. And I think ultimately that's what this is about, is learning how to be the teacher that you already are, that you already are, that you already have the information around, or that you're learning the information around. So what's your challenge? It is the sun. And the sun normally, in its upright position, shines its light on everybody, and it's a sense of, summer and fruit on the vines and richness of life and the prime of one's being and the connection to the sun and the source and the power and the brightness and the possibilities. So what is your challenge? I think it's to believe that there is a sun, to find the sun in what is happening for you, to find the brightness, to find the cheer, to find the blossom, to find the fruit. Maybe you're feeling bereft, maybe you're feeling depressed, maybe you're feeling really angry, maybe you're feeling any one of the emotions that bring you down and stop you, abandoned, worthless, judged, abused. Maybe you find all those things or one of those things in your life this year, and you can't quite seem to find the sun shining again within you, and you can't find the sun shining for yourself or for others, and you just don't feel right, and you don't feel good, and the sun doesn't feel like it's shining on you. What does that mean? That it's either dark or it's a gray day, and we know how those fears of the dark can come, and how those drudgeries of the gray can come if we don't see the sun, if we don't find the sun within ourselves. So that's your challenge, to find the sun within yourself. So what does that have to do with the Bardo? Well, I think you need to go and ask for some clarity from the highest intelligence that you can seek, whatever that means. So what is the action that you can take to keep yourself in balance? Well, it's the otter. And I love the otter because it's called the coquette of the animal kingdom. It's a very flirtatious and sensual and sexual and fun loving and romping and playful kind of being that allows its vulnerability, that allows itself to look funny, to look odd, to look humorous. It allows itself to do quirky mannerisms and to be honest in the showing of itself, in the authenticity of itself, in the sensuality of itself. It's a pleasure-seeking critter, and it wants to share that pleasure with its family, with its friends. The otter is the coquette, So what is that saying? Well, I think that means you have to dance with life. You have to dance with both your sadness and your joy. And you have to find a way to keep letting the joy in, especially if the sun's not shining on you. How can you be more joyful? How can you be more playful? How can you be more sensual? How can you be more sensational? How can you allow your emotions to come up for some healing? How can you allow yourself to become vulnerable and to become open? How do you allow yourself to laugh? Laugh, otter, laugh. Playfulness, you need to laugh. You need to be playful. And that often comes with being sensual and being open and being a partner, a romantic partner to life, to yourself, and to life. Be a romantic partner to your life. What would you give your life? What would you give yourself? What would you give others that sparks joy in their face, sparks joy in your face, joy in your soul, joy in your own understanding? And here's the outcome or synopsis card. Who's standing in your way? This is Soul Cards by Deborah Croft Chapin without any explanation. Who's standing in your way? Is this your mother or your father standing to the door of your happiness? Well, there's energy behind them. They're looking someplace else. So there's energy behind them for you to slip behind them and go through the door and go through the portal and find your pleasure and find your soul and find your happiness. And don't, even if they're not there, their words are probably holding you in and keeping you back and saying, no, that's bad, or that's wrong, or that's sinful, or that's evil, or that's whatever are the tags that this person stands there ready to fight about, stands there ready to say, don't you dare go through here. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to block you. I'm going to nag you. I'm going to beat you. Whatever is that person that's in your doorway. You can't let them stop you from connecting to the spiritual planes. They can't stop you from connecting to the bardo to get your information. They can't stop you from connecting to your highest order guides. They can't stop you from being sensual and playful in your own body. That's only you choosing to go to believe in and stick to whatever is their guidance. But sometimes their guidance is born of their own time and their own place and their own inability to be fully themselves. So you're here to heal their pain, and you're here to heal your own pain. And you have to break through a lot of your own parents' barriers about who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. And sometimes you got to listen to the higher sources of light and truth and happiness and joy, and let the sun shine on yourself so you can break through the depressions that are often created by other people's depressions, the family depression, the lineage depression, the human depression that often colors us and holds us and leaves us feeling stuck. Well, this is a year of breaking through it and breaking out of it and listening to some higher guidance and being more playful and trusting that the sun will shine and inviting the sun in to shine. And I think you do that by talking to those beings who have the highest source and the highest regard for humanity to come through, and not to the lower beings who say, no, you can't do this, no, you can't go there, no, I don't allow it, I forbid it, you're going to have to go through me. Well, go around them. Go around them, go through them, go behind them, but find your liminal line, find your guides, find your guardians, find the trusted advisors, and listen to a trusted advisor who has some sunshine in their heart and non-negativity that keeps you from really testing yourself, trying yourself, allowing yourself, and finding the joy within yourself. Ahom Mitakuye Oyasin.